we even start the first episode of the podcast? Just like that.
You gotta introduce it.
Do we look at the camera when we introduce it? Buffalo Wild. No.
Welcome to our club.
Welcome to our club.
How do we introduce this first
Welcome
episode? Do we say the name of the podcast?
I wish we had Toasty Pete's.
We need to get
We
a
can
poster
write it.
printed on the thing.
We can write it on the wall.
Wait. In the meantime,
I have a Sharpie.
to save money, you already have the logo.
Yeah.
We print it on different sheets of paper. We just
Yeah.
put it together.
We have young Jamie from the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
We have 2 young Jamies. If we need anything looked up, she can't do it because her phone's recording us. But you can look it up.
That's fair.
I need to bring my iPad the next time.
Can I tell you the story now, please?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so...
First order of business, you went on a cruise.
Yes.
And
Okay.
you saw Drake's meat.
I saw Drake.
You were on the cruise.
Bro, if Drake's meat was on the cruise, I would not be home. I'm still looking at Drake's meat. Bro, he really went...
Flung it off.
Okay, anyways, so I went on a cruise.
Uh-huh.
So we get to the Bahamas. We park. And as soon as we park, or port, land, stop,
If you drove, then you parked.
as soon as
As soon as you went to the Bahamas.
as soon as he stopped driving that boat, so we get there and we're at the dock. So they say you can get off the boat now and go explore, whatever.
Wait, you're starting all the way when you got to the Bahamas? Okay.
That's when the story starts.
Oh, sorry. I thought the story starts when you got to the boat.
No.
Oh, okay.
So there's a long strip of land. It's like a mile long. There are abandoned houses, abandoned mansions, like full-blown mansions, and an abandoned lighthouse at the very, very end of it. As soon as I see it, I'm like, I have to go there. So, Mom is up on the very top floor, deck, whatever it's called.
Of the boat?
The boat.
Okay.
She's laying in one of those big round beds,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just looking over at the abandoned stuff. And I was like, I want to go there. And Mom was like, well, she's like, she goes, I can tell it's driving you crazy that you want to go over there. And she goes, and you don't normally get, like, you normally don't get what you want. So it's probably, like, actually driving you nuts. And I was like, okay, privilege.
Okay.
And I was like, I have to go over there. And she was like, you probably can't go over there. And I was like, I have to go over there. So I'm just standing there and I'm just staring at it for like a while. I'm just standing there like looking at over the edge, staring at like there's like houses, like garages, huts, and it's all just completely abandoned. Like it's like worn down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just staring at it. And I was like, Mom, I have to go over there. And she's like, I mean, you're probably not allowed to go over there, but like you can try. And I just stood there for like 5 more minutes just staring at it. And I said, I'm going to go pay somebody to take me over there. And she goes, okay. So I get off the boat. I go to the first like little kiosk thing that has like the people who work for the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, how do I get over there? And they say, can I do accents or is it racist? I'm going to do it. They were like, you go over there. And I said, why? And they're like, it's dangerous. You can't go over there. I said, okay. So I find the next kiosk, and I go to the next kiosk, and I'm like, how do I get over to the abandoned buildings in the lighthouse? And they said, you can't. It's closed. And I said,
Probably.
okay, sir, whatever you say. So whenever you get there, there's like, you go, it's like a mile, not really, but like close to a mile. On just, you're walking on docks. That's where like the kiosk is set up, and then it's like a bunch of shops that like the locals have set up, and it's like really touristy. Like you can have a drink that's made in a pineapple, that kind
For
of stuff.
$72.
Yeah, and then you and then you go past that, and then there's like the bar, the restaurant, and there's like locals there that are like, you want to rent a scooter, like that kind of stuff. I go past that, like past all of the touristy stuff, and I see a guy, and he's like, hey, do you want to rent a scooter? And I said no. I said, how do I get over to the island that has the abandoned houses and the abandoned mansions and stuff on it? And he says, you don't want to go over there. And I said,
Yeah.
I want to go over there. And what are you doing? What is that?
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
What does it say? Toasty Pete's episode 1. So he says, you don't want to go over there. I said, I want to go over there. And anyways, so I asked the guy, I said, I want to go over there. He said, you can't. He said, you can't go over. You don't want to go over there. I said, I want to go over there.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, it's too dangerous. He said, homeless people live in those houses. He said, you can't go over there. And I said, how much? And he said, he just kind of like pandered for a second. Pondered. He pondered for a second. And he said, $40. And I said, I have 20. And he goes, okay.
Oh.
So he like gestures over to one of his buddies.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, hey. And he like points over to me. And he's like, can we take the boat? But he said it like, I don't even know what accent they have there, but it's not American.
Uh-huh.
It kind of sounded like the Captain Phillips Somalia Pirates a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So he walks me over to the boat, which is like a quarter mile away from where I was.
Mm-hmm. You talk to him the whole time you're walking?
No, it was pretty quiet the entire time we were going over there. So I get on this boat. It's a small, like, I don't know boats, but it's a smaller boat that just has like the little Yamaha, like, yeah, one of those. So I get on that, and there are 4 locals who are very dark black guys, like very dark black guys. 3 of them AK-47s. Yeah, one of them has just like a Glock on his hip. And I can say dark black. There's nothing wrong with saying dark black guys.
Just an accurate description.
Just an accurate description. So 3 of them have AKs, one of them has a Glock
Mm-hmm.
on his hip. And he's like, I'm like, okay. And I sit down on this boat, and not even for a second was I like, I'm in danger. Like the entire time I was like, lighthouse, 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 the whole time. And they take me over, they drive me over to the island, boat me over to the island. And they stop at one of like the old abandoned like docks. And I start to like stand up, and he was like, what are you doing? And I said, I want to explore. And he goes, oh, you have 1 hour. And I said, that's all I need. Okay. And then I don't remember what the guy's name was, but it sounded like a Disney character, but it was very like foreign. Like it was like
Encanto.
something like that. Yeah, like it was like,
Is that the movie?
like we don't talk about Bruno was his whole name. And he goes, he's like gestured, and the guy with the pistol, no, the guy with the AK stands. One of the guys with the AK stands up, and he gets off the boat with me.
Yeah.
And I'm just walking around exploring houses, but before I walk in, he like stops me with his hand, and he goes in, and he like clears the room with an AK-47. He clears the entire thing, and then he gestures for me to come in, and I go in. I just look around. Like, this is cool.
This is cool.
And it's like the first one we went to was like a little hut that was like it was a nothing building, and then we get to this like abandoned mansion, and it's one of those like it's like a V shape mansion, but the entire middle of it is just an in-ground pool outside. Like, it was like
It was like a legit mansion.
a full-on like millions and millions of dollars mansion. And he goes in, and he gestures stop, and he goes. He was gone for a minute. I was like, oh god, he's dead. And he goes around. And I was like, what did I say his name was? Fucking Liz Carmouche. He goes around. And he just explores the whole thing, and then he finally comes back. He said, he gestured me in, and I just explored it. It was just filled with graffiti. I went. I looked at the pool. I stood in the pool, and then like he said, where are you from? And I said, West Virginia. He said, where's that? I said, America. And he said, okay. And he goes, what do? And I said, what do you mean? And he said, how you make money? And I said, I work for the government. And he said, what does that mean? And I said, I work for the FBI. And he goes, ooh. But other than that, the only conversation we had was every 10 minutes he would go, 50 minutes. And I would say, okay. And then we walked all the way down to the lighthouse. He'd go, 40 minutes. And I would say, okay. And we got down to the lighthouse. I looked at it. I explored it.
Yeah. Did you go in it?
No, there was no way to get in. It was like all boarded up and shit. And then we get down to the lighthouse, and he goes, we should head back. And I said, okay. And then we walked all the way back. I got back in the boat. They were still sitting there. They hadn't moved. And then they took me back to where I was before. I gave them $20, and then I got right back on the dock and got on the boat.
What about What if the other guy's expected to get paid?
Not my problem.
Just the guy you were like,
bro, they can
20
split.
bucks.
Bro, $20 is like 1,000 to them.
I don't know. That sounds like
And then I get back
something
up.
you can't say.
I get back. You can say that, bro. They don't have money. I get back up to the top deck where mom had not moved, and I just get up there and I'm smirking, and she was like, "What happened?" And I said, "I went over there, and I told her that entire story I just told you." She was like, "Are you out of your mind?" She's like, "There were 19 murders in the Bahamas just in January," and I was like,
My mom.
and I was like, "I'm safe. I'm sound. I'm fine." So yeah, that was
That's crazy.
yeah.
So you
We
paid
had
$20
8
to have a personal bodyguard for an hour.
Yeah, I really should pay the rest of them. I kind of feel bad now. But there was another
We
guy.
can use half of this.
Whenever
Hey, can you use it all?
I was on my way over to the guy that I didn't
Dark
even know
blacks.
he was gonna have, because it works. I was on my way over to him, and there was a guy who walks up and he puts a bracelet on me that it was like hand stitched and said the Bahamas on it. He said, "This is for you." And I said, "I don't have any cash on me." And he just unties it and takes it off and walks away. And I was like, "I thought that was for me." Where
It was for you if you had $20 more.
Yeah.
Or think about how much you could have paid him to do that, and probably how much more time you could have got if you didn't spend $400 on
Oh
alcohol.
my god, bro. Yeah, it sucks.
You spent $400.
How much did you spend today? At least it took me 5 days to spend $400 on alcohol. You did it in 20 minutes.
Shout out to
Blackberry
Crown.
Blackberry Crown.
Blackberry Crown and lemonade.
This video is sponsored by.
Could you imagine if our first sponsor would be Crown?
That'd be kind of crazy.
Bro, I'm paying off
I
the
want
car.
all of it. I want all the gifts.
Should I tell the story about me having...
Yeah, well, wait. For the sake of the
Oh.
cruise line, you should probably not say what it is, since
Oh,
a worker let him travel with men with an AK to a place he should.
well, they didn't let me
20
do
bucks.
anything. In their defense, they told me not to. 2 of them told me not to.
And
So,
then one of them was like $20.
that wasn't a worker.
Oh.
It was a guy who lived on the island. It was a local of
He
How
the
was
do they
like,
island.
get stuff?
What do you mean?
Like on
They
the
have
island?
stuff.
Is it a big island?
It's not. There's
I mean,
like,
I went to the Bahamas, but I feel like I
you know
didn't know where
there's
you went.
700 islands in the Bahamas?
Yeah, I only went to.
One. You probably went to Nassau, like the
I don't remember.
capital. Or like Atlantis, like the big giant hotel.
No, I didn't go there. I went to Half Moon Cay.
Atlantis.
Oh.
Where'd you go?
I went to Coco Cay and I also went to Nassau. Nassau was like the capital.
Mhm.
Yeah, I went to Half Moon Cay.
But now that I said I went to Coco Cay, that the cruise line that I
that
was on,
doesn't tell you the. Doesn't tell you when you
they
went.
own it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're not gonna watch this.
Nobody's gonna watch it.
Yeah. So.
We'll get down. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna pour this.
Don't pour it into the. Okay.
No,
Let
I
me
already
wash it.
finished my alcohol. What?
Let me
I don't want to wash it. I don't want to lose my. I'll lose my ice ball. How are you gonna wash it?
Oh, I need to.
I don't wanna lose my
refill
ice
my
I won't
balls,
get-
but I don't want to.
I won't lose your ice cream.
Okay.
I got this.
This is a cookie dough bites soda.
And this is a peanut butter old fashioned soda. Made with pure
Peanut butter.
Bro, I can't believe how different the color is. We have chocolate chip cookie dough bite soda and peanut butter old fashioned soda.
Because that's what men drink.
And then we have cookie dough bites and then peanut butter cookie dough bites.
Mm-hmm. Is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, have you ever had a regular cookie?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm not.
I definitely spent $5 on that box in the movie theater. To watch the Hunger Games Part 2 with some bitch who doesn't talk to me anymore. Alright.
Oh, that's not.
Who'd you watch the?
Brittany, nobody's gonna watch this.
Yeah.
Let me be me.
Um.
I watched it with,
Oh.
well, you can do it kind of tastes like coffee a little bit.
Well, I haven't tried this.
You can do the math on it. It came out a couple weeks after Bryson's wedding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't that like a mutual thing?
Mutual game.
Okay.
Oh, God.
It's not great. Let me try.
Oh,
Oh, it has. Okay. You try that one.
bro.
Waste that ice ball.
This one doesn't taste like anything.
Shut up.
Try that one. You like that one?
Give me this.
All right, here. We'll switch.
Well, that's how do you say that tastes like nothing when it tastes like? You know, whenever our podcast takes off,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna need to get like a camera on your face and a camera on my face, and we can like cut back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how to go about doing that.
They all work for me.
I can't believe you want to try it, editors.
I'm scared.
That is the cookie dough. That is the peanut butter.
That one doesn't
What?
taste like anything to me.
I would like to sit.
Is it gross?
I don't like it.
I wouldn't voluntarily.
It doesn't taste like
drink that.
anything.
Benny, open your mouth. Open it.
That wasn't good.
Open your mouth. Open your mouth.
Why is it?
Huh?
Open it.
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it tastes like anything. I don't want to drink that
Okay.
Is that
because
peanut
that
butter
just
one?
tastes funny with.
Mm-hmm. Here,
Those are good as fuck.
take them.
You want a regular one?
Yeah.
You can have free. 1, 2, free.
I'm gonna make another drink.
Dink.
That was too many to eat at once.
Horny, horny, horny.
Now you want to tell them about all the different flavors they have. At the-
Oh, dude, I didn't know what to get when I was there at the place. They had like all kinds of wild stuff.
They had
They had one that was called
Butter.
peanut butter and jelly,
Huh.
but it looked like, oh, I don't know, if you ate a pink and a purple crayon and then you threw up. Like,
there was butter flavored,
yeah.
Butterfly.
One was ranch.
corn.
Wait, now you don't like that
I don't
one?
like either of them anymore.
Oh. Yeah, there was crazy flavors. Anyhow,
There's so many different. Hot sauce.
What kind of like?
It like looked like the Frank's hot sauce like logo sort of, but it didn't say Frank's.
there was a buffalo sauce one. Is that what you're talking
I
about?
think so.
I wish I could remember what Dirty said today. It
Uh-huh.
was so funny.
So you got back on the cruise ship.
Yeah. Yeah, I got back on the cruise ship, told my mom, she was
Mhm.
mad. Oh! Okay, I'm going to tell. I didn't tell you the story, I just texted you the story
Yeah,
about the
yeah, yeah.
woman. So, I don't.
Oh, I did tell her.
He told you already?
Mhm.
I told Brittany too.
You didn't tell all that.
So,
You didn't tell the one person that accidentally scrolls to this?
okay, I'm not going to mention names.
Mm-hmm.
In the off chance that this podcast gets exactly one view, what are you doing?
And it's one person who has a specific job for a specific
But
cruise line.
where's the other bottle of blackberry brown?
I didn't touch it. It should still be in the box somewhere. You put it in your room so Kylie wouldn't drink it.
Oh, okay.
Weird to drink a bottle of Crown.
Oopsies.
Oh.
So what is this?
The one I had.
Okay, if you insist.
Hello.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
so the time is roughly 9 p.m.
Okay.
Location is ocean.
Oh, shit. Fair.
More specifically, boat. I get in a hot tub,
Uh-huh.
and
As one does.
as one does, I was in there by myself. Pretty big hot tub. It was in the adults only section
Mhm.
because I
Those are the best.
can't stand children. Bro, Branch, whenever I was in the not adult only section and I would hear a kid go, I just wanted to Every time, bro, it made me so mad. I fucking hate kids. Anyways, so I'm in the adult only section, roughly 9 p.m. I get in the hot tub. I'm in there all by myself. And then
Like for a while by yourself?
eh,
Not really.
10, 15 minutes. Yeah. And then I don't know the exact number. I'm going to say 8 to 12 gorgeous women.
That's a lot more than I expected.
Yeah.
When you said that, when you texted to me, I thought you were going to say like 4 or 5.
No, 8 to 12 gorgeous. It's a big hot tub. 8 to 12 gorgeous women. You want to hit your vape?
Okay.
8 to 12 gorgeous. Some of them were like, why are you dancing? Like, you should go home.
Oh.
6 of them were like hot.
Okay, so there's 50%.
Yeah.
Quick math.
Yeah. And I'm sitting in this hot tub by myself. 8 to 12 women get in this hot tub. I'm going to say 10 women get in this hot tub because it's right in the middle. And 8 to 12, 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And like, I'll talk to a woman. If you are jaw-dropping gorgeous, I can't. Like, stay over there.
You're like, oh.
I'll just sit here and twiddle my little thumbs.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So they get in here, they get in the hot tub, and I'm just like sitting. Like, I'm not talking to anybody.
My bad.
I'm not like.
You're just sitting there.
I'm just sitting there minding my own business. And I'm like, if one of them talks
Is
to
it a
me,
round hot tub?
it's like kidney bean shaped.
Okay.
Yeah, kidney beans. You're not a big bean guy.
Yeah.
So no, it's not circular. It's not a shafir, as you would say. And I'm sitting there minding my own business. And they all get in this hot tub. And I'm just sitting there. I have my eyes closed. I have my hat, this exact hat on backwards. I had just gone to a nice dinner, so my hair looked good underneath the hat because I couldn't wear a hat to the dinner because it was fancy. So I looked decent. I had my sunglasses on even though it was nighttime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're a douchebag.
Yeah. Yeah, we should have started the podcast by saying I'm a douchebag. And they sit down, and they're just like, dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance, dance. We love it. We can't stop dancing. Cruise, cruise, cruise. And I'm just like chilling. And the boat ship
Flies into the air.
it just kind of rocks a little bit. And we're in a hot tub, so some of the water like it goes whoop and just splashes off the side. So I was sitting there and I just kind of like looked at it because I was like, that's weird. Like,
and that's when she was like,
yeah.
You ever been on a cruise before?
So she says, have you ever been on a cruise ship before? And I said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Because
No,
I'm
ma'am.
respectful.
Can
I said,
just
yeah.
comment because when Austin was telling me this story, he said, Taylor said, no, ma'am. I said, I can literally hear, no, ma'am.
No, I didn't say, no, ma'am. I said, no, ma'am. Like that. That was perfect. I said, no, ma'am.
no,
And-
honey, I don't ever get
And
out
she
on the
said,
water.
we don't have water back where I'm from. I tried to swim in the mountains one time. It didn't work out too well for me.
We got cricks.
We got cricks. We got pepperoni rolls. You can't swim in those. And so I said, no, ma'am. And she goes, ma'am, where are you from? And I said, I'm from West Virginia. And, oh, fuck, what'd you say after that? Something about, like, is that where you learn those manners or something like that? But it was like, ooh, is that where you learn those manners? And I was like, it's the way I was raised. Like, learned it from my mama, like that. And then she was like, what's your name? And I said, my name's Tanner. And just in the middle of everybody, like the entire group of women, she just looks at me and she said, you want to have some fun tonight? And I said, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I said, yes, ma'am. And then we get up and we just leave everybody. And
Right then and there.
right then and there, like immediately, like we just get up.
Okay.
And then she does the thing where she like puts her hand behind her. And I was like, I'll take that. And I was just like holding her hand while she was walking, like she was like speeding back to her room. And I was kind of worried because I had been sitting in a hot tub. And men can understand, like, don't get in the water
Yeah.
to get out of the water and then have sex with a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I need to like this
Dry
is gonna,
off.
Yeah, I need to dry off, but I didn't have time.
Yeah.
So like as I just grabbed my towel and I just kind of wrapped it around me and I was like trying to like pat myself down real quick so I wouldn't have the tiniest wiener ever. So we get back to her room and on the way, I think I was at the elevator, but when I got to the point where I was like, she is so much more attractive than me.
Yeah.
She has to be robbing me. There's no way I'm not getting robbed on the way to this hotel room. Or when I get in the room, she's going to open the door and I'm going to be like, hey.
She opens the door. The other guys there, they're like, $20.
Bro,
All the guys from the boat
they're like, hey, give me my $20. So on the way up the elevator, I'm like, I'm going to get mugged. I was like, that's the only
thoughts that were in your head.
thought in my head was like, I'm probably going to get mugged by this woman.
I wish I could see this lady.
Oh my God, I wish you could see her too. Because actually, I don't wish you could see her because if I showed you a picture of her, you would say, that never happened. That story is false. That never happened. But
welcome
like
to the Imagination Podcast.
But we get to her room. She opens the door. Nobody in there. And I was like, I'm not getting mugged. I was like, I'm going to have sex with a gorgeous. When I say she's a beautiful woman, she's the most beautiful woman I've ever talked to in my life.
Really?
Like she's Cole, you're gay as fuck. She was Cole, but she was like gorgeous. And I was like, she's the kind of woman, if I were to see her in public, I would make sure she didn't look at me in fear that like she would think I was going to talk to her. Like she was that hot. And like, yeah, but I looked pretty good. I had my sunglasses on.
Didn't eat too much at dinner.
Yeah. And like most of my body was in the water. So like she can't really tell that I haven't worked out in a couple months. Like it's like it kind of worked out for me. The only thing she could really see is like this tattoo and the top of this tattoo. And I'm like, maybe that's kind of whatever. But maybe it was the manners. Maybe she's never experienced a kind gentleman before. I'm a pretty nice guy. So we get back into the room. She opens the door. I didn't get mugged. And then it was just
immediate
sicko mode. Like it was crazy. And it shout
out Travis Scott.
They're fucking. And it was like, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. In 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which probably had something to do with the fact that I had like 3, possibly 4 rum punches for $16.50 a piece.
Hear that, ladies? 45 minutes.
45 minutes. 45 minutes. And
it was an off day.
And then we, ladies, it was 1 in a million. I've not had sex a million times. And then we just did it. And then we were just kind of like laying there afterwards. And
she want to cuddle.
She didn't want to cuddle. I didn't want to cuddle.
That's your type of lady.
Yeah, she didn't want to cuddle. I didn't want to cuddle. And then it was like,
you're like,
and then it was, she was so gorgeous. If she would have said like,
round 2,
don't go home, stay here on the boat with me, I would have been like, I love you. I would have proposed to her right then. She's, if you're listening, Fairmont, West Virginia. I'm not going to tell you my address. Fairmont, West Virginia. Just walk around, I'll find you. But, and then after a while, we were just talking a little bit. Like, she told me that the year she graduated high school, which is above legal age, she graduated in 2020. And I was like, I graduated in 2016.
Bro, I'm old as fuck.
And then I was just like, I'm going to get back to my family. And she said, okay. And then we never saw each other again. And we're never going to see each other again. And that's the end of it. But she was, I love her. I wish I could think of somebody to like compare her to.
What color hair?
Brunette. And it was like.
Is she older than you? Oh, no.
Yeah, graduated in 2020. So she was 21 or 22.
Okay.
Yeah. Means we're old. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. Her hair was like down to roughly here, and it was like wavy. She kind of looked like.
Oh, what like ethnicity was
white? She? I said that too fast. She was white.
Okay.
She was American. I don't know where she was from, but she spoke perfect English, unlike most people who were like working on the cruise. So I'm assuming she was American. But like. That's not racist.
I don't think it's racist.
Listen, so if you left everything in this podcast from beginning,
We'll have a really cool audience, is what we'll have.
Okay.
Anyway, she was gorgeous. I'm trying to think of a celebrity to compare her to. It was kind
Margot
of
Robbie. If she was brunette.
not Margot Robbie.
Oh.
It was. She was kind of
Well.
built like.
Iffy.
She was like 5'8".
Yeah,
maybe
that's
5'9".
tall for you.
Tall for me, for sure. 5'8", 5'9",
Mm-hmm.
and she. I'm trying to compare her to somebody that like we don't know, so I don't have to say somebody we know's name out loud.
It's fair.
But she was kind of built like. I don't know. She was a dancer.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
You shut your fucking mouth. Yeah. Sorry, she was a good dancer.
There you go.
And
Oh.
I'm trying to think, but she was perfect. Like
Mhm.
her
Everything.
face was beautiful. From the neck down was beautiful. Like I just could not believe that I was standing behind her walking to the elevator.
Mhm.
I got on the elevator, was afraid I was going to get mugged. Got to her room and I was like, this isn't happening.
Mhm.
I was like, if I show one person I've ever met a picture of this woman, they will say, quit making up stories. Like, she
Never
was
happened.
gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're listening, I'm not going to say your name, but you know who you are. You remember me. You might not. You probably don't remember me.
She was like off to the next hot tub.
But that's the other thing. Like, with her, off to the next hot tub. Yay. Like, with her working on a cruise ship,
Mm-hmm.
makes me think she does that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But the way her friends reacted whenever she said, do you want to have fun tonight,
Mhm.
made me think that she didn't do that every night.
Mm-hmm.
Because they seemed like shocked. Everybody was like
Yeah.
that. And I was like, yes, ma'am. And we just got up.
That's so crazy.
I wish one of her friends would have came with us. Or three of her friends. Could you imagine? That'd be a story.
That would be a story. That's crazy.
That's all. Yeah, that's all the cruise stories. Other than there was a bartender named Joel, which is my first name.
Yeah.
For
And did he ask you what your name was? Or
no,
were
he
you
didn't
like-
ask me, but I saw his name tag, and I was like, "Hey, my name's Joel." And he was from the Philippines, and he started speaking, and I was like, "I don't understand what you're saying." And I handed him my little cruise card,
Mhm.
like you put your they give you it's like a hotel key card, but
Mhm.
it has your credit card on it, debit card. And he looks at it and he sees my name is Joel, and he hands it right back to me. He didn't charge me for a drink.
Nice.
And he said, "Here you go, Joel." And I said, "Nice." And I got a $16.50 cent drink for free. It was a good trip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You plan on going on another cruise?
yeah. I want to go on a longer one. One
How
longer.
long were you on?
Huh?
How many days and nights?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. And we got off on Monday. Mom's
Does
going
it
on
feel
like
like longer when
a
you're on there?
52-day one when she retires.
That's
52-day
crazy.
cruise.
That's so crazy. How much
Yeah.
does that cost?
More than we have.
Yep.
Well, sorry, more than I have.
Oh, so you're telling me I can afford it?
Yeah, if you don't want savings.
Oh. I think we go on a 52-week cruise.
Day. 52-day.
Oh.
The one that's a year long is $100,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 52
So,
days.
yeah, I can
Still.
definitely afford it.
I just have to refinance my Lamborghini.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. I couldn't
What
believe
part was the...
What?
You said that was the best thing? Was that the AK and the...
Yeah. The one of her I texted you said I have a crazy story.
Oh, yeah.
You don't I mean that's a crazy story.
That is a crazy story.
Yeah.
But I thought it was going to revolve around the lady or something.
No, nothing to do with the gorgeous woman who's gonna marry me one day. No.
Because, I would never guess that you could bribe somebody with $20 to take you to a place you're not supposed to go.
Honestly, I'm not shocked.
Yeah. But I wouldn't have done it if I didn't have so much alcohol in my system.
Oh, yeah.
Because I mean, like
But-
I can talk to people pretty well.
How many people do you think were on the cruise?
I know it was like 6,000 something.
And you're the only person who went there. Think
Yeah,
about that.
I mean, Mom said she saw somebody walking down there, but
Well, they were home.
yeah,
They lived down there. apparently.
Yeah, and then I saw an iguana. Bro, that's the other thing. We go to the private island, and Mom got a cabana,
Mm-hmm.
one of those things, and somebody comes up with a tray with nothing on it, and he's like, "Drinks?" And I said, "Give me a rum punch." And he said, "We can't do rum punch here." And I was like, "Okay." I said, "Give me something fruity and good." He said, "I'll bring you the drink of the day." I said, "Okay," and it was $18 fucking. So he goes back and it's like a slushy drink.
Ooh,
like
okay.
like how Applebee's like how they have like the liquid one and like the frozen one.
Yeah.
It was like one of those, but it was like fruity, like fruit punchy, sorry. And delicious. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how good it was. And I slurp it down in like 3 minutes.
Mhm.
Like it was a record time. And I get up and I go because I was not waiting for this guy to come back because he had just given us our drinks. So I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm not waiting for his rotation to come
Mhm.
around. I get up and I go to the bar and I get 3 of them, and I come I come walking back holding 3 glasses, like trying not to spill them. Like I took a big sip out of all of them so I wouldn't like spill them.
Mhm.
And I was like hobbling back, and Mom goes, "Oh, did you get me a drink?" And I said,
Yeah.
"Nope."
Oh.
I said, "They're all for me." And I laid down in the cabana and I just went, set it down, and then I was like, as soon as I did that, I drank all 3 of them. I took a brief nap, and I said, "I'm gonna go find animals."
Yeah.
And I get up and I found one of the people who like worked on the island, and I said, "Are there animals on this island?" And she was like, "Yeah, we have pig and chicken and lizards." And I said, "Where are they?" She said, "What does that mean?" And she said, "Everywhere." I was
And you're
okay.
like, no, they're not. I've been here.
And
I haven't seen one yet.
I take 4 steps and I see 14 people pointing a camera at a bush,
And you're like,
and I'm like, something. And I run up to it real quick, and it was a big old green iguana, the one that
Mhm.
I sent you a picture of, and it was like bright, bright, bright green. Like,
I didn't know it was that big in the video.
yeah, it was like including its tail.
I was the size of Drake's meat.
Yeah, a Drake's meat iguana. Yeah, and that was the only animal I saw the whole time. Though. It was kind of sad.
You didn't see any pigs or chickens or.
No, but my nana and grandma, she was eating. She got the tacos at there was a buffet on the island. And she made tacos, and a chicken just comes up and was like, "Those are mine." And it just took them. Just started eating her tacos.
Oh, poor Nanan.
Oh, I can tell stories about my nanan being racist because it's not me.
That's true. Because everybody has a racist grandparent.
She's 69 years old. Like that's
a little young to be racist. I
no,
think
it's not young enough.
I feel like you have to be 80 for people to be like, it's okay.
No, but like she has like the mobility of an 80-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I had to wheel her around the airport.
Out, she's actually 70.
Speaking of that, I had to wheel her around the airport because she walks for like 100 feet,
and she's like,
we just went and got her a wheelchair. I bumped into everything, people, signs, posts, everything. I didn't know what was wrong with me, and I was like driving her around, and there was like an entire Mexican family in front of me, and I was just like bump, and then just kind of turned around, and I was like, sorry, I don't know what was wrong with me. Like I felt like I was drunk when I was driving an old woman around, and she's like, "You gotta stop hitting stuff." And I'm not doing it on purpose. She goes, "I know you're a better driver than that." And I was like,
I don't drive a wheelchair every day, Grandma.
Yeah, I've never driven a wheelchair, Nanan. What was I talking about before I brought up Nanan being racist? Oh, Nanan being racist.
Oh.
I already told you the story. Should I tell the story anyways? Or we're staying.
Story to tell about your vacation after.
Go ahead, tell the story.
I don't know if you want me to because I don't think you remember it.
What happened?
It's a good time for me to go pee.
We can edit it out.
And there's a cat. All right.
Special guest.
Great pee time. If you want to wear this, I'll go pee. I'm clinically addicted now. So I leave and never think about it again until I see you again.
Hey. So, hey, will you hand me my drink before you pee?
Mm-hmm.
Are they still queering around over there?
So,
Is this still recording? Cool.
so he calls me every day
And you didn't call me once.
because I could count on you.
Because you
call-
don't love me. Go ahead. Continue the story.
I have a headache. Anyways, so he calls me Super Bowl Sunday. I am at my mother's. And it is 2:00. Hello, Ozzy. It is 2:00. He has already drank way too much. And he loses his family
Sounds familiar so far.
and starts exploring the boat.
Oh, God.
Takes me on a tour through the boat, and he notices that there's elevators, and he walks by said elevator, and he's just having a casual conversation with me. Yada yada yada. Oh, hello, elevator people that are in the elevator.
I remember that.
In the elevator. Just waves and says, "Oh, hi, elevator people." And then he explores a little more, about another 15 minutes. And then he thinks about getting on said elevator.
Okay, now we're getting fuzzy.
Yeah. Elevator door is open, and he goes to round the corner and go in said elevator. But instead, he announces to the world in a normal outside voice that, oh, there's a lot of overweight black women on this elevator. I'm not getting in that.
I
And
did.
walks away.
I did say that. Yeah. I said there's
Yeah.
a lot of overweight black women and disabled people. I'm not getting on this elevator.
Yeah, because there was a wheelchair.
Yeah. Don't be overweight.
Or in a wheelchair. Or
You can be in a wheelchair. If you're in a wheelchair, you can't help it. If you're overweight, help it. If you're black, you can't help it. Overweight and black, don't be one of those things. You can choose the one. There's nothing wrong with being There's nothing wrong with being black. There's everything wrong with being overweight. You're going to die at 45.
Austin, please take this microphone back. I can't
I said
be
nothing
associated.
wrong. Don't be fat.
I'm gay. I'm an ally.
An ally of who? You weigh 102 pounds. You're not an ally of the fat
Not
community.
overweight people.
I'm an ally of the black community.
I mean, yeah, if you saw the Drake video.
I saw the Drake video. He could choke me out with that thing. Looks like Ozzy's tail.
Just the story about Lucas asked, Peyton was like, he talking about the Drake video. And no, she asked him, she was like, "Did you see the Drake video?" He said, we were sitting there. He said, and I got up, and I put my hat on, and I walked away. He said, "Oh, come on." Bro, did I tell you what he told me about when he said, I went fishing for free, right? And I was
Okay.
like, but it's free to fish. And he said, so me and Peyton went fishing. And so I'm casting along, doing his thing. And he said she's just like looking at rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, this is, how do you pronounce it? This
Amethyst.
is amethyst. And he goes, that's a rock. And she picks it up, slams it down, and it's purple on the inside. And he goes,
Oh.
how do you know that?
Bro, is she a geologist? There's
Okay,
the gayest thing in the world.
So, did you hear about the most recent fishing trip with Peyton and Lucas?
Uh-uh.
Almost lost Peyton.
In the water?
No. So it was pissing the rain.
She looks like she'd sink.
And Peyton was like, "I'm staying in the car."
Oh, and he was like, I'm going fishing.
Yeah.
Lucas, our good buddy, is a big fisherman.
I wouldn't say good buddy. I would say guy who threw up on my carpet and stole my car. But
And put gas in it.
But he put gas in it. They're not in there. He said he thought he left them in there, but they're not actually in there.
Oh, how convenient.
This episode is sponsored by Zens.
And blackberry.
You want one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, my name's Austin.
Brown,
Bro, what are you doing?
Any ice?
Oh, that's cute.
My ice ball melted.
She switched out my drink for another one that didn't have an ice ball in it.
Ew. Makes sense.
I feel like I definitely had something to tell you.
Probably.
Oh, there's.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, never mind. I don't know why I panicked so
You're
much.
getting the sticky off.
Oh, this was not as good. Oh wait. This one has ice in it. I'll just drink this.
There's ice ball.
I think we need more glasses. Well, you have anything else to talk about?
I don't know. Sure we can think of something. And then we can
Um,
just cut it like to pretend like we're still talking. ASMR? ASMR?
Let's talk about guests that we want to have on our podcast.
Okay.
Let's pretend we get as big as Theo Vaughn's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So number 2 podcast in the world.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That's
I
kinda
think
crazy.
Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn.
The Nelk Boys.
Where's the spray bottle? We spray those queers.
The Nelk Boys.
Okay. Who's your number 1 all-time go-to podcast guest?
Number 1 all time.
All-time. Living, obviously. Because we have to talk to him.
I don't know.
I
I would say like an actor, but are they even really like interesting if they're
depends
not
on
in a
the
movie?
actor. Like, I want to have Tom Cruise on and just ask him immediately about Scientology.
Mm. And how he's famous, but he's only like 5'7" or 5'8".
Rhett and Link.
Yeah, 100%.
Rhett and Link on the pod.
Yeah,
Um,
that's my favorite podcast.
Post Malone. I'd like to have him on because he seems really cool to hang out with. Theo Vaughn, Shane Gillis.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how you.
No, making
you're
it
on the
midnight, Dad.
you're on the Shane Gillis train now. You were
Yeah.
unsure at first.
Yeah. After I saw Bob Isis Toyota.
Oh my God. ISIS Toyota. We have
And-
nothing to do with the terrorist organization in the Middle East.
And where you getting that cheese, Danny?
What's the one?
Link
You
in the
watched it.
description.
Oh, moist. Hey everybody, it's Critical.
Everybody's critical today.
Penguins.
You know,
What's his actual name? I
Charlie.
forget. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah,
other thing
that's
about him
Charlie.
though is he is terrified of being on a plane.
Yeah.
So he would either have to drive here,
Which he would not do.
which he would not do, or get over his fear of flying, which he probably also would not do.
Yeah.
We're just going to go to him.
I'll go to him. I'll go to him
Right today.
tomorrow. Yesterday.
Bro, give me a job and I'll quit my job.
Yeah, I should. I would probably would too.
If my employers are watching this, I'm kidding.
If my employers are watching this, I'm not. Who else? Conor McGregor. I want him on. I love him to Conor. Sean Strickland.
Yeah, because he would say
I just want to kill somebody, man. That's all I want to do. I just want to kill somebody.
Because he would say way worse stuff than you've already said, so it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and he.
And then I would love to see you say, Sean Strickland, you can't say that. He would beat the shit out of you, and I would be like,
I can't say anything.
that's not alcohol. I don't want
You
that.
see where he beat up Sneeko?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like
Did I
Sneeko.
once say that he couldn't
I don't know how I feel about him. I guess he's all right. He's probably okay.
technically
Oh.
I did not.
The top G.
Oh, Andrew Tate, bro.
Uh-huh.
Or he kind of fell off.
He's still cool though.
Yeah, he's lit. What color is your Bugatti?
Which color is your Bugatti?
Wonder Boy.
Lil Wayne just fucking-
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Easy mother.
or Miley Cyrus, if he can do that.
Brittany, if we ever get to a point where we have Miley Cyrus on our podcast, you're not allowed to be here.
Mr. Solomon.
You have to go somewhere else.
Why?
Because you would be like, the whole time, you would just stare at her and make her uncomfortable. You would make her uncomfortable if she was here. Ozzy.
The cat's probably in frame. I don't know. Is
We can edit that out.
this someone
I'm
else
only gonna post that. Out of this
What?
whole podcast, I'm only gonna post where she said I would cheat on Alyssa. That's the only part I'm gonna post.
It's Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus. I love her.
fair?
Who else? Travis Kelsey.
Yeah. Oh, New Heights podcast. Yeah,
What is that?
that's Travis and
Oh, I
Jason
don't watch
Kelsey.
football.
Oh.
I just know he's
Go
Taylor,
Chiefs.
He's Taylor Swift's boyfriend. We see the
You a
parade
Swiftie?
got shot up.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Shot it?
Most of the no. Got shot.
Ozzy, get out of the shot. Tina, you fat lard, get off the table.
Gotta keep that part in.
Kids got shot? Are they dead? Did they die?
I think they're in like intense. Yeah.
Aw.
Well, there were 21 people
21.
wounded. 21.
21.
There were 21 people wounded. 11 were kids. 9 of those kids had gunshot wounds.
How do you get injured in a shooting without it being a gunshot?
People were getting trampled because there were so many people, and they started running.
And
Scene.
scene. Hi, Micaiah.